Hey guys, so before I begin my birthday haul, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for the birthday wishes, all the happy birthdays that I got on my Instagram and my Twitter and the comment section of my video, the last video that I did. But the Instagram one was probably the most fun. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. I've been trying very hard to be more active on my Instagram account. And so I put something on there on my birthday. I was shopping and I was in the dressing room and I just took a picture. Taking a picture in the dressing room at stores is the easiest way to do a selfie. So anyway, because they've got those great big huge full-length mirrors. But anyways, thank you so much for all the happy birthday wishes. This is probably my favorite video that I do all year long, because when my birthday comes, my husband and my mom both give me money because they know how much I love makeup, and I feel like I'm putting so much thought into what I'm buying because I'm getting all this money at one time. And normally throughout the year, not always, but most of the time I buy drugstore or affordable makeup. But when my birthday comes, I treat myself and I buy myself a few things from Sephora, high-priced, more like luxury items. And I don't normally do that. So this is a real treat for me because it's not too often that I get to have these nice things. So anyways, let me show you what I picked out. I'm also going to show you some things that I picked up just prior to my birthday. I had picked up some things. So this is going to be a mixture of things like from Sephora, but it's also going to be some things from discount stores, at drugstores. You'll see as we go along. It's going to be a mixture of a lot of things. All right, let me begin with just the handful of things that I have that are not makeup. I have always been very curious about silk therapy, and this is very pricey. I bought this at it's a store at an outlet mall that sells hair products and nail products at a discount. So I bought this because I was really curious about it, and I'm not sure. I feel like it's doing a little something for my hair, but I don't know. I think I'm going to have to try this more to really be able to form an opinion about it. I've used it when it says on the back that you can use it when your hair is wet or dry. I've used it both ways, and I feel like it's done something, but I'm not sure just how much of an effect it's had. So kind of on the fence about this right now. So anyways, I bought that. And then, like I said, that store that I bought that at, it's called Cost Cutters, but I don't know if it's like a single store or if it's a chain. But anyways, I went into that store and they used to have several different brands of nail polish, and all they had was OPI. And I don't get me wrong, I like OPI, but I said to the lady that, I think she owns the store, I'm not sure, she's always there. I said to her, where are the other brands of nail polish? You used to have other things besides OPI. She said, we're not going to be carrying anything anymore except for OPI. I said, oh. She said, I have a few things left in that little clearance basket over there. So I went over and looked in her clearance basket, and it was just like a cute little wooden basket. And she didn't have much left, but I scored 3 bottles of Zoya polish at 40% off. And their polish is usually marked down a little bit anyway, but anyways, I got 3, and I'm going to show you. I might as well start with the one that I'm wearing. This is called Dree, and it's a khaki green color. Khaki green is very, very in this year. I had picked up this khaki green shirt that I'm wearing at Walmart for I think it was like $3 and it wasn't even on clearance. But I bought this for layering purposes because I knew I was going to want something like that to wear under sweaters. By the way, that reminds me, the sweater that I have on, this camel colored sweater, is part of a bunch of clothes that I got. I'm going to try to do a clothing haul and try on video because I didn't just get makeup for my birthday. I got clothes too. So I'm going to try to film one of those, and if it doesn't work out, because those are very hard to film, because you got to set up your camera on a tripod and the lighting is trickier and everything. But anyways, if that doesn't work out for some reason, you won't really miss out because every single thing I bought for clothes was either a cardigan, a pullover sweater, a pullover shirt, a button-down shirt. Everything I got was tops. So you're still going to see everything. I know that seeing it like this isn't quite the same as seeing it in a video like that, but I'll try to film it if I can, but I don't know how successful I'll be or whether or not I'll be able to post that or not. Because like this cardigan goes down to my knees. It's one of those really long cardigans, and so you don't really get the full effect just by seeing it like this. I mean, usually my hair is in the way, so you can't really see much, but it's a camel colored cardigan. This was the thing that I wanted most for clothes. I really wanted a camel sweater this year. So I'll try to do that video if I can. All right, back to what I was talking about. So this is Dree by Zoya, and it's a khaki green cream finish polish. And then I got Yara, which is also a khaki green, but it's got gold shimmer in it. So I got these 40% off retail. And then the other one I got is called Cheryl. And this is sort of I'm going to say it's like a brownish red with gold shimmer. Or is that copper shimmer? It's either gold or copper shimmer. So that's Cheryl. And I think these were all part of limited edition collections, and they're not recent. They're from, she's had these sitting around for quite a while. But the great thing about nail polish, especially Zoya, you can just shake it really good, let it sit for a few minutes so that you don't get air bubbles, and it's as good as new. And if not, you can always add thinner, but I never had any issues with not being able to use Zoya polish that's older. But yeah, these are from limited edition collections from a few years ago. All right, so the only other thing that I got that's not makeup is I got some Rockstar soap from Lush. This is my favorite thing from Lush. I don't want to unwrap this because I want to keep the smell in as much as possible. But I think a lot of you know what this looks like. It's just bubblegum pink soap, and it basically smells like bubblegum. It just smells really sweet, and I love it. Yeah, this is my all-time favorite Lush item, but it's very expensive, so I don't normally buy this, but I'm stocked up on Lush Rockstar soap. I've got a bottle of coconut body wash from Herbal Essence in the shower right now, so I want to finish using that up before I open these. Otherwise, I would open it up and show you, but it's just bright pink bubblegum scented soap. All right, let's start with the makeup now. If you didn't see my Ride or Die tag video, then you didn't see some of the things that I've already shown you from my birthday. I'm just going to quickly mention these because, you know, just in case somebody didn't watch that video for whatever reason. I got the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This is the original formula, and I've been using this every day since I bought it, and I love it. I can see why it's been so popular for so long. I have the Photo Finish Water, and I loved that too. That's almost gone. I don't have that much in that bottle, but I really like that. I repurchased the Revlon Colorstay makeup. I get the one in normal to dry, and this is the shade Nude. I've been really enjoying having this again, and I was using a brush with it, but today I used a beauty blender and I like that too. So either way, you can use a brush or a beauty blender and it works really well with this. So I've had this many, many years ago and was getting kind of nostalgic for it, so repurchased that. And then the biggest thing that I bought for my birthday for makeup this year was the Viseart Neutral Matte Eyeshadow Palette. This is not supposed to be in Sephora stores. It's supposed to be online only, but I was at a Sephora that I don't normally go to, and they had a little display of certain items that they don't have sections for. Like any brand that isn't normally in Sephora stores, they had a special promotional display, I guess you would call it. And this was sitting there. There was a tester, and I swatched it. And of course, I've seen this in people's videos, and I was flipping out because I never thought I would be able to own this because it's online only, and I don't really do that many online purchases. There are certain companies that I know I can order from online, but I have some issues with shipping. It's very confusing and it's a long story, so I'm not going to bore you with it. A lot of you have heard it before, but I've never ordered from Sephora before, and I would prefer not to. But anyway, this is the bomb. I love this eyeshadow palette. I've used it a lot since I bought it. And I don't have it on today, but I did have it on, I think, in my last two videos. But I'm really, really into warm neutrals right now. Took me a while because I know everybody else has been into that for a long, long time now, but I've really been finally enjoying warm neutrals, and so I'm so happy to have this. Yeah, I wanted to scream when I saw this in the store. And that's another reason why I wanted this camel colored sweater, because I feel like if you wear warm colors for clothes, it can really pull together any warm tone makeup that you're wearing. So very happy to get this, and I'm so, so thrilled to finally have that after seeing it in people's videos for the last 2 years. Okay, what else? What else? Now on to the things that I haven't shown you yet. All right, I'm just gonna randomly pick things up off the table here. And I'm not gonna do swatches because otherwise this video would be like probably over an hour long, and it's already 12 minutes and I haven't even really gotten started yet. So I'm not gonna do swatches, but I'll give you some input about the things that I've used and just give you an idea of what I think about the things I've used so far. All right, I bought a single eyeshadow by Urban Decay called Desperation. I've wanted this for a long time, but for whatever reason, it was always out of stock when I tried to get it. And this is a warm gray, I would say, or a warm taupe. And really pretty. And whoa, almost dropped it. Finally have this, and this is more typical of the kind of colors that I used to always wear in fall and winter, taupes, grays, things like that, or cool neutrals, but this is a warm gray. So I think I did use this one day, and you know, Urban Decay eyeshadows are great, so no problems there. I was at a CCO, and when I go to the CCO, I like to usually check the MAC section and the Bobbi Brown section. Those are the two brands that I typically look at when I go to a CCO. Just in case you don't know, CCO stands for Cosmetic Company Outlet, and yeah, I'm not going to get into all that because that would take me another 10 minutes to explain that, but you can Google it if you don't know what that is. Anyways, they haven't really had many good things from MAC lately, I've noticed. But if they don't have MAC, then I usually go over and look at the Bobbi Brown, because I love Bobbi Brown's matte single eyeshadows. Those are my favorite things that she does. So I usually look to see what colors they have, and sometimes I'll pick one up. So I got khaki. Definitely on a khaki kick right now. And like I said, this is going to be a huge trend this fall. Khaki everything. Khaki eyeshadows, khaki clothing, khaki nails. So I got khaki, and I have this in the outside part of my crease today. And I also dragged a little bit along under the lower lash line, but most of what you see is eyeliner. Don't know if this was a limited edition shade or not. I think it might have been. And then I got Toast, which is what's on my lids. This is like a warm peach. And this is part of the permanent line, but for whatever reason, sometimes the permanent colors show up at CCOs too. So these eyeshadows are normally very expensive, so I don't really like to pay full price for them. So I pick them up at CCOs when I see colors that I want. So got those two, and that's basically my eye look today. My highlight, brow bone highlight shade is from a palette that I'm going to show you in a minute. While we're on the thing of eyeshadows though, also wanted to show you these. I had one Rimmel Scandalized shadow stick that I've had for, I don't know, like a year. And those are really good. And so I got 4 more colors of those. Oop. Like I said, I'm on a warm neutral kick right now. So I got Gold Digger. And I got Bad Girl Bronze. I got Bootleg Brown. And I got Bulletproof Beige. So now I have 5 of these. And like I said, these are really good. I like them a lot, and they're very inexpensive, which is always a good thing. Okay, let's move on to... Wait a minute, I got one more eye product to show you. Well, no, I think I'll show you all those things from that brand at one time. Okay, so instead I'm going to show you, I picked up another Rimmel Provocalypse. I bought one of these maybe a year ago in sort of a plummy shade. And I remembered I hadn't used it in a long time, and I was like, you know, I like those. So I picked up a new one of those, and this is in the shade Play with Fire. So it's a sort of a warm red, I would say. So I wore this. I don't know if I wore it in a video or not, but I've worn this since I bought it, and I like this a lot. Yeah, these are really nice. And a lot of times when something has been out for a while, like those Scandalized shadow sticks and the Provocalypse, you know, nobody really thinks about it because everybody's always focusing on the new things, but I wanted to pick up another color of those. All right, what else? I was at Five Below, and these next 2 things I'm going to show you I actually bought before I got my birthday money, but these are both really good. I bought a couple of contour palettes. I got one by Profusion. This was $5, so it wasn't the other one. Both these palettes I'm going to show you are $5. And it's got 3 contouring shades and 3 highlighters. You could also use those contouring shades as a bronzer if you wanted to. I actually prefer to have a little bit of shimmer in my bronzer. So I probably wouldn't use those as bronzer, but I've used this one and this one as face contour shades, and I like them a lot. I have this one on right now. This one is too dark for me, but that's okay because this whole palette can be used as eyeshadows very easily. I've already done it. I did a whole look with this palette using it as eyeshadows, and they're great. And the highlight shades are nice too. I think I've got this one on as my face highlight today and my brow bone highlight. And then don't know if I've used those two yet or not. I don't think so. I don't typically use those types of colors as highlights, but I've been experimenting and breaking out of my comfort zone a lot lately and have been trying a lot of colors and wearing a lot of colors that I normally wouldn't. So anyway, this is a great palette for $5 and I would definitely recommend this. So that's the Profusion Studio Contour Palette for $5 at Five Below. That same time, that same day, I also bought this. This is the City Color Collection Contour Palette on the go. And this has two shimmery highlight colors. It has a white and like a champagne, like a pinky peachy champagne color. Very nice. And then it has 4 matte contour colors. And I've used this to do an entire eye look. And again, you know, any of these kind of palettes, you can always use them as eyeshadows. And I really like this too. This is definitely worth buying and I would recommend it. Very, very nice for $5 because you figure $5, 6 products. That's less than $1 for each item. And they're good quality, both of these palettes. So I like both of those. And what else do I have to show you? I have something that when this product first came out that I'm about to show you, I didn't like it and I returned it. And I was watching somebody's video the other day. I can't remember which one it was because now I've gone back to watching a lot of YouTube videos again. But I was watching someone's video and they were saying how this product that I'm about to show you, how when it first came out, they didn't like it, but they said, isn't it great that they've been reformulated because now they're so good? And I was like, what? I didn't know that. So I repurchased one to see if I agreed with what she said, and I do. I like this a lot better. And what I'm talking about is the Anastasia liquid lipsticks. When these first came out, I bought, what color did I get? Pure Hollywood, maybe? I forget now, but I didn't like the formula. And now it's definitely different. And what didn't help matters is at that time, that's when liquid lipsticks were first coming out big time as a trend, and I wasn't used to wearing liquid lipsticks, but this is much, much better than it was before. Yeah, I didn't keep that other one because $20, you know, for one product. Like I said, I don't normally buy high-end products, but since it was my birthday, I gave this another go, and I really like it. This is in the shade Crush. So it's sort of like a mauvey pink or a dusty rose or, you know, that type of shade. And it's pretty. I like it. And I'm glad that I happened to see that person say that in their video because otherwise I wouldn't have had any idea that they had been reformulated. All right, that's that. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is another thing that I bought at Sephora. I love this, you guys. And what I want to say about this right up front is I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this product. I've read a lot of negative reviews. I like to do my research and, you know, read about brands. However, despite the fact that I read a lot of negative reviews on this product, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think I know why it got some negative reviews. What I'm talking about is the new Bite Beauty Multi-Sticks. I bought mine in the shade Cashew. Let's put it over here where you can see it more easily. And this is kind of like a warm mauve shade, I would say. And I love this. This can be used for anything you want it to be. It can be an eyeshadow, it can be a blush, or it can be a lipstick. I've used it for all three. And I would say big thumbs up, fantastic. You know, it's expensive, but, you know, most of the things at Sephora are expensive. But I've used this a number of different ways, and it worked out for me for everything. And I think the reason why it works so well for me is because I have normal to dry skin. Okay, if you have oily skin, I would say stay away from this because this has got, it's a cream to powder finish. So when you apply it, you can tell though, even when you're applying it, that it's got powder in it. But it goes on so nice. I swatched one of the testers at Sephora and I swatched it on my hand and I loved the way it felt on my skin and I loved the finish and they were all matte. It's a matte finish and they come in quite a few different shades. So, but most of them are neutrals, but there are a few like colorful shades too. But I love, love, love this. And I would love to get more, but I probably won't because they're $24 a piece and your birthday only comes once a year. So I normally can't spend this much for one product. But yeah, this was the shade that just kind of jumped out at me. So I used this with the Viseart palette one day and oh my god, I was in heaven because though this pairs so nicely with that palette. But I love it as a blush and a lipstick too. So the day that I used this as a blush, I didn't do a contour because of the type of color that this is. I just did like you know, a larger area of blush. But yeah, this is great. I'm so glad I got this and took a chance. So if you're an older person or you have drier skin, you'll probably love this, but have heard some mixed reviews on it. Okay, and last but not least, are you aware that CVS, let me rephrase that, are you aware that select CVS's are now selling LA Girl? Yep, it's true. My experience with LA Girl prior to what I'm about to show you is with their lip glaze paints, lip glaze lip paints. I had found those at Five Below a few years ago. I don't have them anymore because I purge things that get old. So I don't have them anymore because that was a long time ago. But I really enjoyed those. And that was the only time I've ever seen anything by LA Girl at a store. So now select CVS's are selling this brand. And I don't have any near where I live, but I took advantage of the fact that it was my birthday and my husband and I took a ride yesterday. It was a beautiful sunny day. It was like 70 degrees outside, well, high 60s, whatever. So we went for a ride to this CVS and I found a full display and I did good. I bought 6 products because you know, it's my birthday, and I wanted to try some things. Okay, first and foremost, the LA Pro Conceal HD Concealer. I mean, come on. How many times have you heard people talk about this on YouTube over the last few years? It used to kill me that I couldn't get this. So finally I have it. I wasn't 100% sure I was choosing the right color. There was one color that wasn't even an option because that slot was empty. Porcelain? So they didn't even have porcelain, but man, that is crazy, crazy light of the shade of that, so I don't think that would have worked for me anyway. So the next 2 lightest shades were Light Ivory and Classic Ivory. I went with the Classic Ivory because this is sort of a light peach. And the Light Ivory was like a light, straight up yellow. So since my skin is cool tone, I figured this would work better for me. I have it on today, and I am very impressed. I can understand what all the hype was. Normally when I do my makeup, I use a color corrector and then I do my foundation and then I go in with a regular concealer, and I didn't do that today. And I used just this, and this more or less took the place of those 2 products. So this side I think looks really nice, but this is my real dark crevice here, so you can still see that one. But I really like this a lot. And if you have a CVS near you that sells this and you've never tried it, I would say it is most definitely worth the money. I think it was $5. Yeah, $5 for all that. So good deal. If you want to know which CVS's near you have the LA Girl brand, just go to the LA Girl website, because it's not that it isn't, the information is not listed on the CVS website. So go to LA Girl's website and there'll be a button you can click on and find out which CVS's near you have got their products. So that was the first thing that I really, really wanted to try. The next thing that I looked at was the matte flat finish pigment glosses. And this is essentially a liquid lipstick. It's a matte liquid lipstick is really what it is. It's labeled as a gloss, but it's really a liquid lipstick. So I bought two because I didn't know if I was going to like these or not. I'll show you the one I'm wearing first. The one I'm wearing is Fleur. And that's what that looks like. And it's sort of it's a pretty deep peachy nude on me. I think on somebody with a deeper skin tone, it wouldn't come off quite so deep, but this is how it looks on me. That's Fleur. And I also got Dreamy, which is like a pinky nude. So I bought the peachy nude and the pinky nude. Figured I'd play it safe. Now, what do I think about these? I love them. I love them. And just like with that Bite Beauty product, I've read some mixed reviews on these. So some people don't like these. But if you are used to wearing liquid lipsticks, then I think you'll like them. A couple little tips I can give you so that you will like them even more. When you use this, let me show you the applicator. Okay, that's the applicator. It's a pretty small sponge tip applicator. There isn't a lot of product on there, but you don't need a lot because these are like pure pigment. They're very, very concentrated. So don't dip this back in or you're going to have a big hot mess and you'll hate it and you won't even be able to use it. So only use the amount of product for both top and bottom that is on there now, which, like I said, it doesn't pick up a lot of product, but these are so pigmented. The other thing I would say about these is don't touch your lips together while they're still wet. Just give them a chance to dry. It doesn't take long because there seems to be quite a bit of alcohol in here. So it's not going to take long, but just, let it dry before you press your lips together and you'll make out better that way. And I use a lip liner with them. I've tried it both ways. I've tried just lining my lips and putting this on, and I've also tried lining my lips, filling my lips in, and then putting this on top. Works either way, but I just feel like that would help a little bit, but I don't think that, in my opinion, it isn't essential to use a lip liner. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to use lip liners, you don't even have to. These are really nice. They're so pigmented that you can get away with not using a liner. But big thumbs up for me on these. Oh, do they dry out my lips? No. So the only thing I can say about these that would be bad is, just be careful you don't put too much on, because then it is going to be a problem. I put a little bit too much on today. I used more than I did when I tried this the first time yesterday. And I wish I hadn't been quite so heavy-handed with it, because it can look a little bit cakey towards the edge right along your lip line. So just be careful how much product you use. Another thing I bought was a couple of their lip liners. And I bought, let's see now. I bought, it's really hard to read the writing on this. Which one did I use? Hold on. Okay, had to think about that for a minute. I used Mauve with the Fleur. I have this on. Now, normally mauve is more of a pinky, cooler shade, but this is a warm mauve. So this works really good with Fleur. And this is pretty much a standard lip liner. It's very much like the NYX Slim lip liners, if you're familiar with those. So if you already have a lot of those, you probably wouldn't need these two, but I just wanted to pick up a couple to try them. And I don't really remember if there were any unique colors or not. I didn't really study the display too much, but anyways, this is a warm mauve. So I got this, and the other one I got is called Forever, and this is sort of a pinky nude. Yeah. Now, would this go with... I don't think this would go with Dreamy, though. Yeah, that's probably a little too deep for Dreamy, but it's the same type of color. And then the other thing that I bought was one of their eyeliners. It's called the Glide Gel Liner, and I got it in Very Black. And I haven't tried this yet, because I want to do a brown liner today with this, you know, warm type of look that I've got going on. So I haven't used this yet, but if the swatch that I did on my hand yesterday is any indication, I think I'm going to like it, because it definitely does just glide on when you swatch it. Although the color is not as black as it could be. It's, yeah, it's not the blackest black I've ever seen, so I'll have to get back to you on that. All right. That is it for my birthday haul. I know that's a lot of stuff, so if you're still with me, thank you for watching all the way to the end, and that's it. Thanks. Bye.